Early in the week, like always, I was strolling down memory lane and I came across some interesting videos. The ones in particular were the XXL freshman list. I and most people who see the XXL throughout the years saw it as a blueprint of the direction where rap was headed. Seems like every 5 years music has a shift. The new sound is something completely different. We could go back 20 years ago, in the early 2000s. We had acts like Ja Rule, 50 Cent, Master P, Hot Boys, 3 6 Mafia, Missy Elliott, Ludacris, many more rappers named who created and set the formula of what hip hop is today. Most hip hop songs, a lot of songs in general, have this catchy like pop hooks. Then it comes with a verse, then a hook, then you might have your feature artist, a bridge, maybe a slightly altered hook, and then the song ends. That's the formula of most music that comes out. One thing I noticed when I was watching XXL throughout the years, it's apparent and obviously a decline in lyrics. Like, the lyric department is failing. If you look at the XXL, just take a look at the guys and the new acts. They don't really focus on lyrics, I notice. We can go back to the 2000s where we had acts like we had like Nas and Jay-Z, who were pen demons. I mean, they work really hard on their craft. They wanted to perfect their penmanship. And it's like nowadays, we go and we check out the artists coming out right now. They don't really focus on the penmanship anymore. It's more of vocals. They focus more on the sound, how they sound. And I blame 2 artists for this. I want to say 3, but I'm gonna say 2 just to make this video shorter. There are 2 main people who changed the game of rap and why people focus more on vocals than lyrics. These 2 people are the main reason. You can argue with anybody, argue with your mama, your daddy. This is how I feel. This is my opinion. They set the blueprint for rappers today. The 2 rappers I want to name, well, one is not really a rapper. Both are not really rappers. They're both artists, honestly. And it's Drake and T-Pain.
Welcome to legendary T-Pain! At the end of the day, your DNA is kind of one of the biggest artists today.
People can say, oh, no, I was listening to this guy. I wasn't even listening to you. But but that guy got that shit from me, so.
Right. The DNA is in there. Like,
T-Pain, a.k.a. Teddy Pender ass down. Represent Tally Ho 850 to the fullest.
Picture yourself, the late 2000s, summertime. You watching MTV Jams and all of a sudden, you hear this tune. Man, was that a time to be alive. T-Pain having vocals with a robotic effect and the vulnerability of his lyrics. The catchy hook that can easily sing anytime of the day, you can sing this song. Y'all know this song. T-Pain took us by a storm, being on every song damn near after his debut. And I'm gonna touch on Drake in a bit. But him and T-Pain, they really fucked the game up because they actually had vocal talent. Unlike a lot of artists who are coming out, because what they did was amazing. And a lot of artists, a lot of rappers wanted to copy them. And by them having the vocal talent to be able to switch from singer to rapper, T-Pain had a whole album called Rapper Turned Singer. Drake came out, he would sing on his hook and rap on verses. It was something we haven't seen. Back in the day, You can look at Ashanti and Ja Rule. They were known for collabing because in the late 90s, in the early 2000s, it was known for a rapper to have a female singer or a male singer to have the hook. You know, the mixture of the soft touch from the singer with the rough, rugged voice of the rapper. Since the beginning of time, since music ever existed, rap has only been here since what? The 80s, you know? And to be honest, to get into music, if you didn't have the vocal talent back in the day, you could not get really into music. The only thing you could have did was really write. You know, they were only looking for people with vocal talent. And that's when poetry comes in. Poetry was always here. People started to use poetry as a way to express themselves, and that's the way rap was invented. And a lot of time we used like artists like Ja Rule, and I know I keep bringing him up, but he was famous for doing it. Artists like Ja Rule and Ashanti collaborated on tracks, the R&B act with the rapper. The rapper left the vulnerability to the singer on the song. And with T-Pain, when he came in, he didn't need a rapper, he didn't need a singer, he was both of them. And he blended it so well that it caused a storm. It literally caused a Hurricane Ida. Like, the way he took the world by a storm when he debuted, he was on every song. It was like 2000, I want to say about 2007 to about 2010, he had a huge reign. And he had the vocal talent. And thanks to like him, he was able to help Kanye create 808s and Heartbreaks, which is an amazing album. And it has some timeless classics, things we can go back and listen to right now that we can see set us a precedent for the music coming out right now.
How do you feel about Drake?
Don't like him.
At all?
No.
How do you think Drake did hosting the ESPYs last night?
I don't like Drake. I think he's an actor. He's not a real rapper.
I agree, 100%. How do you think Drake did hosting the ESPYs last night?
Drake, he's kind of an outlandish guy. He says that he came from the bottom, which most likely he didn't.
Drake, he is honestly one of a kind. When he first debuted the scene, he gave a very different type of vibe, similar to Kanye, who I also should mention, but I won't because I don't want to make this video too long. The rap needed something that Drake gave, and that was vulnerability, retrospective of relationships, college life, things teens who stayed out of the streets were doing. So many rappers were these, and still is, these unrealistic villains. Most rappers you see are gonna talk about fucking bitches. They're gonna shit on their old teachers. My teacher told me I wasn't gonna be shit. Glorified drug dealers or drug users. Drake was one of the first to publicly get on the mic and admit his hurt, how he really felt about it, and his vocals, which doesn't have the most range, but a very smooth tone that sounds good when you're singing in the low. Other rappers seeing the success Drake had, they seen the rise of T-Pain, also Kanye with 808s. Rap was always an escape genre for the people in the world who couldn't sing. When Drake entered the scene, he had every rapper wanting to sing. With Drake opening the doors for rappers singing, and also T-Pain coming out with this auto-tune, it created an opportunity for rappers to make this subgenre. And I want to call it, well, we all mention it as melodic rap. When melodic rap came out, it changed rappers' flow. Rappers were trading in the aggressive flow they had in the past for a more slow and sing-songy vocals. rappers used to make the pen bleed, but now it seems like they want to pour their heart out. Artists like Young Thug in the mid-2010s were experimenting with his vocals, almost high-pitched squealing on certain tracks. Incredible artist. He actually is one of my favorite. But when it comes to lyrics, he's never gave me that jaw-dropping and thought-provoking bars. As much as Young Thug wish he was, his lyrics don't close to how Wayne was in his prime. Lil Wayne, even though most of his music wasn't about much, he still had some witty punchlines. Even the top lyricists eventually gave him his flowers.
Right. For you to do this shit right here, man, it's gonna change the game.
But you gotta realize too, it's like, you know, people are coming to Atlanta and shit, but you also have to realize, like, this is too, like, you're not gonna get the same result if you're not in this building with these individuals right here. Like, and I could say that myself. It's like
2014, 2015, Vine blew up. Future and Drake dropped the critically acclaimed classic What a Time to Be Alive. It was basically like a handshake apiece to the lyrical, more vulnerable rap versus the mumble, lean, I don't care about your girl, misogynistic rap. Artists like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, many other artists were still holding it down, but this is where you see a shift in music. In comes XXL 2016. Arguably their best pick. But let's take a look at 2016's list. With the exception of few, they don't really care about the craft of hip hop. I mean, the punchlines, the metaphors, the wordplay. Take a look at these artists. You can go back and you can check their interviews.
Y'all ain't doing shit but showing me your hands of cards by showing me how much time you have in a day to watch.
All the old ass niggas talking about how it need to stay the same. Let me talk on this real quick. See, I feel like all these old ass niggas need to stop hating on the young youth because we're doing old is fucking old.
Old is when you hating.
Old is when you hating. Yeah, you like. I feel like honestly, people need to just suck it up and understand that rap ain't the same no more. I don't have to spit a fucking Code 16 no more. Fuck that shit, bro. If I want to make some turn shit, bro, if I want to say, yeah, the whole track, and it turned up people because the beat turned, fuck it.
Pause it on that point.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them, I'm not gonna say all of them, and a lot of them changed their opinions now because they see and they understand why a lot of the old heads felt this way. Thanks to big platforms like YouTube, Instagram, we can even go back to MySpace. Artists could easily make their own music and put it out on their own without the need of record labels. Streaming started to become a thing of the past. The labels could no longer pick the artists. The fans were picking the artists. This caused regular people to get confidence and a chance to live out their dreams and pursue music. Of course, there are people who still have a passion for music, but there was just this influx of people looking for a means to an end, a way out the hood. Meme rap became a big thing. Artists like Rebecca Black, who couldn't sing, Lil B, who played and didn't even really take a lot of his music serious. He gained success. And a lot of times, these artists, they gained success from the hate they got. You had Lil Pump coming out with FJ Cole. You know, you were an old head if you critique new rap. You don't understand. It's about the vibe. You know, you get all kind of stuff they tell you. And it's like, you can't even have a lot of artists don't have maturity these days. It's, you know, they don't talk about serious things. And don't get me wrong, I'm annoyed by the old heads too. You know, they are annoying, but come on, they're kind of justified. The bar is low. rappers who actually take their time to perfect their craft, y'all call them lyrical spiritual miracles.
Cinnamon, cinnamon, all feminine, feminine, all venom, and heart venom, and cinnamon, all venom, and cinnamon, sauce, cinnamon, enema, give him an enema, short minima, melanin, no melanin, all melanin, all men are friends.
People like Logic, Eminem, and even Kendrick in some instances are seen as too serious. They're rapping too fast. I don't know if it's the promethazine or lean that these rappers got everybody on, but it's like the entire hip-hop fandom just has a distaste for rappers who rap like this. Maybe it's because rap became the new pop. It is like the most popular genre out right now. You know, we have rappers like Travis Scott, Playboi Carti, Yeat, Sofago, many more dominating the new wave of hip-hop. The vocal range of some of these rappers are coming out are insane. It's like the pitch is getting higher and higher. Lil Keed and Side Baby moan on beats.
Check every room to see if they gone. I got beats on all of my guns, they pussily see if they moan. When it's time to dance on the battlefield, we leaving our phone.
This AR guy, he's inaudible. And also, I seen the new potential list of the XXL and I couldn't believe it. If you checked out these artists, you realize they're not trying to be the next Nas. A lot of these guys are like a derivative from Playboi Carti's Whole Lotta Red. Like, it's like this vapor trap wave is taking over. Now, I actually enjoy vapor trap wave. It has this very distinctive sound. You can check out this video. I'll put it in the description and I'll also put it up right now. This guy, he did a great breakdown of vapor trap. Actually, when I put in my Spotify yearly list and I checked it out, this was my top list, the vapor trap wave. It's like these beats with these old type sounds, these old keyboard sounds, old gaming noises, these space-like noises. If you listen to Whole Lotta Red, you know, which an album that got a lot of pushback when it first came out, it literally took over the rap scene right now. Every new rapper coming out is basically doing a version of Whole Lotta Red. Looking back at the artists who have been coming up in the past, it seems like the bar for rap is getting lower and lower. This is why I appreciate artists like IDK, Amine, Saba, and JID. These are the newer acts I can appreciate because they actually put effort into their albums. Their songs and craft has deeper meaning than just turning up. It's okay to like their loud, rowdy stuff. Honestly, it's one of my favorite type of music. But the industry has gotten so watered down with artists with other motives. Most artists nowadays, they just want a bag or they want to turn their ops. We need more rappers who actually are passionate about the art. I like that artists are experimenting with their vocals. I find it really interesting, but the only thing is I just wish they would focus on the lyrics too. It's also an important factor. We need some good bars, some good metaphors. I want to hear some very intriguing rhyme scheming. And it's like a lot of these rappers these days, they're not worried about that. That's all for my video. I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. Follow me, Soul of D, if you want more content about music. I'll be dropping more.